Hey everybody, so a little bit different video today. So if anybody owns a Polaris Ranger, I'm pretty sure just the Rangers have the tailgate, and they can't get the tailgate open, I'll show you how to fix that problem. So I thought the problem was in here, which partially it was. If you take all the screws out of these tailgates and separate it, there is 2 screws in here that were loose, so this wasn't really getting us full throw when I was lift up on it. But that wasn't the main problem. The main problem are these things right here. These latches, I don't know if you can see it, these latches here. So what the problem happens is, because you're driving in such clean environment, you know, but see, both of these are supposed to be spring loaded, so when you shut the tailgate, it goes in there and captures the pins, those rods. Anyways, what the problem is, being you're in such a clean environment, you know, driving up and down the paved roads all the time with them, and I'll show you, the bottom ones fill up with dirt, so you can't really, they don't collapse. You can't get them to push down. So what happens is it wedges that pin in there and you can't open it. So I'll show you how to fix that problem without buying new ones of these, because I can imagine what Polaris wants for that stupid thing. Anyways, I'll show you. So basically what you need to do is you need to pull all these bolts out right here, right through here. This little screw, this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, and this bolt. This metal bracket will slide straight down and out. These 2 bolts hold your headlight in, or your tail light in. So let me get those off and I'll show you from there. All right, now that all the screws are out of it, you just pull it out a little, or you can pull the bed rail away and slide it right out the bottom. And then you got to get these 2 out to get this off. So now you got it off. Take a flathead screwdriver, stick them in these little tab holes, push down and pry up. And then you flip it over and do the same on the other side. Then you got a gap in there. You can just stick the screwdriver in there and pop it open without breaking anything. And then when you get it all out, there's 2 springs in here. Don't do that. But as you can see, how the bottom one is caked with dirt, it won't let it pivot down. The top one has no problem because it's all the dirt falls out of it, but you know, the dirt can't fall out of the bottom one. So you need to clean all that dirt out of there, and then it'll work just like it's supposed to work. This little metal bracket here can pop out, and you can pop that whole mess out. And then you can clean all the dirt and the stuff out of it. But that is what holds your tailgate from being able to open and close. So if you're finding problems with it, it's probably because it's full of dirt. And like I said, it's not a big deal to pull it apart. I mean, even if you were to replace it with a new one, you still got to do most of it except for pulling it apart. Well, it didn't take me very long to pull that apart, so. And I don't suggest you put any grease or any oil in there because that's just going to make it worse. But I know we got some 2000 parents. My brother has a 2019 and they got the same deal on them. So, and I remember I think we had an 07 Polaris Ranger, and it had these same things and it had the same problem. So, but I never did we never did. This is the first time I've ever tore into it. So, I mean, it just gets caked with dirt and it can't do nothing. So you just get in there and clean it all out. And then it's good as new. So now it's all clean. Put your, let's see, that was on. Put your deal back in. You take your little springs, clean all the dirt out of them, every bit of it. And put your springs and your little clapper thingies in there, and you can just push it. Not like that. Push it right in there and it'll just sit there. Just like that. And you can do the same with the other side. Put your spring back in. And now it's in there, captured. Then you just pop it back together. Like so. Now they work like they're supposed to. That bottom one, see, now it can move, where before it wouldn't move. And you can stick your finger in there. Then you just put it back on the plate, put the screws back in it, and put it back on the machine. And I hope, that's the wrong one, I hope it works now, which I don't know why it wouldn't. I kind of tightened everything up. The only thing I didn't do is, like I said, I did not put any oil or anything on anything. Because I figured if I did that, it is gonna cause problems. And it's bad enough it's in enough dirt as it is. I don't think it needs any more effort to hold itself in there. And then you just slide her right back up in there. Well, see up here. Just slide it right back up in place where it goes, and put your bolts back in. This is what holds the bed rail square with the bed. Wrong one. This one right here. Tighten that down. Put your, that's what holds the tailgate the cable hooks to. Tail light back in. Anyways, there we got the tailgate back on. Now watch. Nice and tight. One-handed. That's nice. That works perfectly now. So, if anybody has that problem, that's how you fix it. But yeah, you take to get in here and tighten up these two screws here. They were loose, so I wasn't getting the throw that is required to pull the pins. The pins there. So, which they don't need to pull a whole heck of a lot, but they were. It was. You could tell it felt weird in there. And this is all plastic except for the metal linkage, and the rods aren't. But anyways, the main problem is these right here. Because basically what you're doing is, yeah, you're getting it in there, but it's like wedging itself in there because this bottom one can't go where it needs to go. But I know when I had to do it before, this side would release, but the other side wouldn't. That's because it was wedged in there. This was wedged in here tight, and this thing wouldn't go down. So I imagine this here is a pretty common thing to get plugged up. So it hasn't worked that good since it was new. And that's a 19 on there, and I think it's, if I remember right, I think my brother said that it's all stiff and stuff. So that's the problem with them. So, and this is a 15, so anyways, I guess that'll be the end of this video. Just thought it'd help anybody. Talk to you later.